always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you
Alright, folks, we're just about to get ourselves ready to jump into qualifying, which I believe is going to be sprint quali, which is going to be quite interesting, which we then have 7 laps around COTA, Circuit of the Americas, and then 20 laps further on for the main race. Let's just check. There we go. Let's get ourselves in the lobby. So I see we've already got 13, 14 I think. 13 to 14. So maybe we might have a couple of late joiners. Our break is now running. Just putting a pointer out there. When we go over to F125, there will also be another league ran at more friendly UK European times to hopefully get some new recruits in. Right, let's turn on all of our shit. We've even got the weather up on here. Okay, so we have a fairly decent turnout. Who is going to be first on track and on cue? Oh, the Haas beats him out, but we're going to stick on with David. Okay. I understand you want to let people through, but I wouldn't let your tyres get any colder, David. But we're going to stick on board with you because that's what we said. No, don't go off track. Don't worry about him. People have to learn how to give way and at moments to pass and everything. Right. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people, which isn't too bad. Sadly though, it means 4 people are going to be quite grumpy when it comes to the main race, as only the top 10 receive points, and in the sprint, only the top 8 are going to receive points. So let's see, what else do we have that we can maybe go watch? I've lost my bloody phone, which is not really helpful because I use that to keep up with what people say in the chat. Because there's only so many damn tabs and screens I can stand. Right, well let's stick with Stacks. Let's see what he can produce around Circuit of the Americas. I did do some laps myself and was able to get into the 32s earlier, so I'm expecting some 32s, 33s, maybe a magical 31 out of nowhere. And you guys are back. There's a, shall we say, a rather glitched out Optimus? Not entirely sure what's happening there. That's not good for him. I would assume it was, judging by I don't see him moving on the P11. Yeah, I don't see him moving. But let's stick with Stacks and see how he's getting on. It looks like he's coming up to the back of one of the Haas's. No, I believe this is probably Schmo. It could be Ruski, but judging by the lockups, I would suggest it is Schmo who's gone very wide there. Probably ruined this lap now. finally have a time on the board, which is 34.4, and it was Schmo in front that went off slightly. Thrill Nation behind goes 35.3, Killer 36.4. Let's go and see what Killer's just finished. Galonic 35.4 medium, surprising. Yeah, there's definitely a car not having much fun there, and I'm not really sure what's going on with it. But we'll go with Fifi, who's building up to start a lap. So his teammate is going to be the direct comparison as he starts his lap. And let's stay on board with him as we go along. Pixel goes second, 1/10 off on the mediums, that's a good lap. Oh, huge snap of oversteer and lit up the rears in frustration. We do have a yellow flag in sector 1, he's coming up on what looks like quite a slow moving pass. We go through the imaginary Optimus. I'm not sure what's going on there. Hopefully he can rejoin the session and get a lap time on the board. A bit all over the place here, and he's decided to back out. It's probably the best way to do it. Wasn't going to be a brilliant lap due to the error. Misses there just to keep out of the way. Goes into the bits. Let's go find Sir Cack. This is not an improvement from him. Let's go to the other Red Bull, who has just finished a lap and is now just backing out, keeping off the racing line. There's only so much you can do through the first sector. There's nowhere really to go offline to keep out of the way. So, is Fifi going to try again? Looks like it to me. Let's hope he has a smoother exit. Doesn't stamp on the loud pedal too hard. Yeah, there he goes. It's so weird just seeing that Visa Cash app just twerking on the spot for us. And he's fastest by 5/10 in the first sector alone. Let's see how the second sector goes. Himself and Buck are the only cars on track right now, so they have the track to themselves, obviously excluding Optimus because he is having issues. I see. Fifi corner cutting. Is it going to allow his lap to finish? If this was strict corner cutting, that lap would have been deleted and denied, but it looks like it's still going to stick. So we'll go and stick with him and see what we get. I'm expecting probably a 32.9, something like that. No, scratch that, it's a 33.2, but still 1.1 seconds up on everybody else. So it was on his out lap. Schmo's returned after a week or so off. So hopefully he can return to his fighting form and getting those podiums. Right. Well, let's go with luck. I'm not sure if he's on the flying lap. Judging by the first sector, he's not. Definitely not. Okay, so we're gonna go find Brewski. Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you on that one, Thrill. Actually, no, I might change it up slightly. It's gonna be, I think, Fifi, Stacks, and then Pixel. So I think he's just started his lap on the softs, so we'll see what he does. Oh yeah, you're still gonna get. What's going on with Optimus? Did he disconnect from the session, or did it kick him out, or? Because it's very weird how he's just glitching back and forth, back and forth. So Pixel and Schmo are both on push laps. So let's see where Schmo's finishing up his lap, it looks like. It's a green, no purples yet. Stacks, I think he's quite happy with his 34.4, but these two could dislodge him from P2. And I can't rule out anyone else behind. Nope. It's not to be for Smo. Still 34.6. Pixel goes fastest in the middle sector. If you can hold on to that, be good for him. I am going to do interviews before the main race, not the sprint, with Pixel. There we go. Wow. Pixel goes P2. Only 2/10 off Fifi. That's surprising. He can't take control. Oh shit. Did he join late? That's... That's if they're right to do the interviews, but I think I spoke to them last week and they seemed fine. Right, let's go see what Sir Kak is doing. If he's on a push lap. He is on a push lap. Let's just go check. Brewski finishes lap 37.6. Let's go back with Mr. Kak here. Lost a bit of time. Oof, that was close. He's trying that, fair enough. If not, it's only the sprint. Is anyone else on final push laps? Doesn't look like it. Kak is going to charge to the line and see if he can improve. He does not. Is Pixel pushing for another one? Nope, it's not to be. And that is going to be the end of qualifying. Sprint qualifying done and dusted. So let's have a look. So the top three is going to be Fifi, Pixel, and Stacks. I might have to change it, I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with what I said. Fifi, Stacks, and Pixel. Anyone could surprise me though. Right. That is how it's looking there. Let's turn that off for now. And now we just await the lobby to move over to the sprint. And hopefully there's a formation lap for the sprint. If not, it doesn't really matter. We should be fine. Oh, hang on. Colonic PA on the mediums. Curious why he went and done the mediums for a sprint quali. Seems a bit counterintuitive, that one. And we just wait for a moment for the lobby to move over to the next, well, next session basically. Taking an awful long time. Hopefully he's able to get back into the session. Okay, so we do have a formation lap. So while that happens, guys, you know what's going to happen. Off we go. But anyway, off we go. Round 20 in Circuit of the Americas for the sprint race. It's only going to be 7 laps here, but there's still going to be 7 laps of pure pandemonium. Let's be honest. This turn 1 is very sharp. Lots of people are going to be missing their braking points. Fastest track record is 32.0 by Valtteri Bottas in 2019. Elevation only 30.9 meters up to turn 1, and then it levels out. These are the tyres that's going to be in use. Oh, apparently not. We're just going to jump past that. Alright, thanks. And this is awesome for us. Right. That was a lot quicker than I was expecting. It's usually never that fast of a introduction, so that's thrown me off a bit. But anyway, back into it we go. It's a thrill. I see you're going for the sauce. Brave, as well as David Cottle, and the real Brewski. And let's just have a look for us. He is in. Good. He's able to take control of his car. This will be quite an interesting one, so who shall we go on board with? I'm thinking Thrill, honestly. But if something happens at the front, he's just a bit too far back to see it happen, but we're going to stick with him. Thankfully, no one yet has been disqualified for missing their pit box. Let's see how many of them do it. Is anyone going to miss their stop? Yeah, there we go. Bang on cue, as I said it. Colonic misses his spot. And Buck. Don't worry, he is not disqualified. It's just for the formation lap. Anyway, we wait for the lights. It's 5 lights out, and away we go. Okay, Thrill was actually making a fairly decent getaway, but let's hop off here. Cars dancing all over the place. And it's Colonic's made an absolute belter of a start up into P3. We see in the Ferrari, he's got past Stacks. Thrill's having a moment. Oh, contact, definite contact there. And he goes barreling down the order. Let's go on board with the second Ferrari, who's trying to fend off Stacks, who's still very close, could go for a little dive bomb, thinks better of it. But Fifi, oh, contact there between Schmo and Stacks. Fifi's already up to a second. Wheels, brilliant. I'm surprised you're not in here, fam. So we're starting to see a bit of, we've got the Fifi group, Pixel trying to hold on to him, Colonic following him, Stacks second drift, or Schmo, and then we have a bit of a DRS train. Oh, I thought it was Funkmaster, my bad. See, I see Thomas the Funk Engine. I thought Funkmaster. Anyway, Zuck, can't Zuck me now, yeah. Your teammate's doing well, buddy, up in P2. Trying to hold on to Fifi, but you know how hard that is. Let's turn that off, please. Colonic made an absolute belter of a start, but he's now starting to get put under pressure. He's out of what would be DRS now to Pixel. Pixel's out of DRS what it would be to Fifi. You're excited for Vegas is going to be chaotic, especially in DRS games. And if teammates, like if you and Pixel can work together, you can really give each other massive advantages during the race and quality just on pure slipstream. Keeping an eye on what Schmo's going to do here. Stacks is close. Cat goes flying way too far onwards there. We're going to stay on board. Stacks is getting the DRS onto Colonic, which is keeping him defended from Schmo, who just gives him a little tap as he comes around the corner. Pixel's now got within a second of Fifi, but that's not the easiest thing to do. Lots of smoke, lots of lockups going on right now. Oh dear. Is he going to feel brave? It's probably the closest he's been. Is he going to set Colonic up here? Does he go already to jink to the inside? He's already going for it. Let's see who's going to be braver and who's going to get the line. Colonic had a snapper oversteer as he come out of there. All he needed, as Stacks is up into P3, and at the moment my prediction is slightly wrong. I'm happy for Pixel, but my prediction's completely off. Thrill Nation didn't have the luck of the luckiest start to the first couple of corners. Looked like he picked up a bit of contact damage, and he's now down to P14 on the softs. Oh no, sorry, my mistake, I'm blind. He's up into P10. I'm completely blind, sorry for this. Stacks gets repassed through DRS games by Colonic up into P3. Oh, you don't want to ride the curve like that anymore, Stacks, it can really unsettle the car. Let's see what Thrill was actually doing after I mistook him for Brewski. Oof. I don't want to say commentator's curse, but every time I go on board with him, he seems to be having issues with the car. Sir Kakin's now got a third warning, which I think will now be a 3-second penalty. And Thrill's internet is not helping you here. Stacks goes again into turn 1, but I think he's passed at the wrong place now, because as long as Colonic can keep up with him through this sector, which it looks like he definitely can, the DRS is then going to bring him back into place. So really, you don't want to pass, if you can help it, into turn 1 unless you know you have that pace advantage and corner advantage. Because here we go again, Colonic thinking about it. Schmo's got like, what a dive and a half, and he made it to the apex and made it work. Stacks has been shafted a bit here, because I don't believe he's got the DRS, and the cars in front of him that passed him now do. So now he's going to have to work to get past Schmo. who's also on... That dive was crazy. I wasn't expecting it. That's why I wasn't on board with him. But, yeah. He made it work though. I'm surprised he got it stopped in time, because I thought he was going to run straight on. Schmo goes straight on, so he's having some moments as well. Now, does Schmo think about it? Or is he going to do what I would think about in this situation? It's a different line. Now, if he can help it, drag Stacks with him and try to keep up with Colonic through here. I do see Thrill Nation's very close to Optimus, so we may jump back now. Oof. He's got the superior grip, he just needs to make his way through, and looks like he has. Off he goes. Schmo's had a moment somewhere, because he's dropped 2.5 seconds now to Stacks. And even Insert Cac is right onto the back of him now. Oh, Buck would be going ballistic. Optimus is definitely going to come back at him with DRS. Does he think about making the move? He's not close enough. He jigged to the inside to maybe force Thrill to go slightly defensive, but it hasn't worked for him. That's another warning now, and if he gets 2 more, that will be another 3-second penalty for Insert Cac. And in the sprint, if he gets another penalty, 6 seconds, he might drop to 8th place, which will only be 1 point. 2 laps to go. Colonic has got within the 2nd buffer. Yeah, he's got within the 2nd buffer. It's now 6-7 tenths. I don't think he'll be close enough to attempt a move down through here, but if he does gain another 3-4 tenths by the end of the next lap, he will definitely have a chance. And he's got quite a lot more battery. He had a good exit there as well. Oh, I think he might go for it, you know. That's brave. That's brave. Did not work out for him, but he's still going to come back at him. Oh my lord. I think he forced Pixel just to the edge. It's still there. They're still there. They're still side by side. And he's going to go for it through here. He's going to go for that inside line, and they're going to go side by side. Now, has he made the move in the wrong place now? Because Pixel is going to have DRS, and behind him, Stacks is going to have DRS now. Final lap. We'll just give Fifi his little camera shot. There you go, Fifi. Right, back we go. Because the final podium positions haven't been secured at this point. Colonic is 8 tenths. If he can keep it at 8 tenths, he's losing a bit now to Pixel. Pixel's starting to gain on him. So it is going to be a shootout between these three for the final podiums. Colonic's had a stinker there, and ooh, bit of contact. Stacks has now had to go off-road because there was just not enough room. I think they both might get Colonic here if they don't fight. Where's Pixel? Oh, Stacks is coming through now as well. Oh, they're going to have to go for it. I thought we were going to have 3 wide. Colonic just couldn't. Oh, he just didn't want to give it up. put his nose into a corner and a gap that was closing fast, and Stacks has now gone through. Oh, Pixel has a bit of a moment, which I think he's far enough in front of Kolonic that he should be safe. But, right, Fifi exits the final corner, does his little weave. And unless Pixel sends an almighty dive, I don't think it's going to change. Stacks P2, Pixel P3, Kolonic sadly lost the podium at that little moment in P4. Surtcac crosses in P5, but due to the penalty drops to P6. Schmo P7, Killer is going to pick up the final point P8, followed by Thrill Nation, Optimus, Buck P11, and then the COTA boys coming through 12th and 13th, and we'll just go and find Brewski. A bit of TV time for the Haas driver. And he gets his wiggles in, he's happy. And that's all she wrote for that one. Right, I need to join the VC, I've just realised. Commentary one. And then start dragging people over. Just bear with me. Bear with me 1 second. Let's go down to Discord and make sure we've got it on the complete thing. Okay. Now we wait to move over. Oh, we have now the short qualifying. Do I do interviews now or at the end of qualifying? Probably best to do it at the end of qualifying. So we'll go back into the session now. And hopefully now Wandamus actually gets to do an actual lap. So the fastest in sprint qualifying, I think, was in at 33.1 or 33.2, which is very quick. I wonder if it will now be beaten now people have got a bit of an eye in for the track. Thrill, what happened in the start? Did you just get a bit of contact or did you lose it or something? Just hype. Well, at least now Want's got a qualify now to show the pace that we know he can put out. Just hopefully he hasn't got any more disconnections. Oh, okay. I think he panicked seeing the McLaren behind him. Well, Pixel done well for Williams there, buddy. I'm not sure how close it was with Ferrari and Williams and the constructors. I think you're pretty close. Yeah, you want to give everyone a bit of room to settle in. And then out that final corner, start pushing. Off we go. Car has come out the pits, but hopefully they don't. There we go, they go clean off the track, giving him all the room to focus on his lap. We have an ad break starting in about 5 minutes. Schmo said he's been sandbagging all season. That's news to me. Oh, Pixel has. Well, maybe Pixel just needed some time just to get acclimatized to it. It's a bit different to what you guys usually do F1, isn't it? And it's going to be even more fun on 25 because the cars are a lot more reactive to your inputs. David Cottle does fastest lap of 1:35.8. I think that's going to be beaten. Oh my lord. Keep on the throttle, Optimus, don't worry about it. Schmo does a 1:35.1 on the mediums. And Optimus gets his lap time and does a 1:38.4. It will definitely feel different. Like when I first adjusted to 25, I didn't really enjoy it coming from 24 because the cars felt like on rails on 24. But when you do a good lap on 25, it's so much more satisfying now. There's a McLaren, it looks like, I think. Is that Buck? Is he on another push lap or is he just following along? He is on a push lap. Oh, he's going to be getting absolutely livid in there thinking he's being held up by someone. Doesn't matter though, he's still 3/10 up on Schmo in the middle sector. Maybe using 17-1 as a reference here. If he's able to keep up with him through these corners, he knows he's doing a good job. He's lost now the fastest middle sector. He's still going to complete the lap, and it's going to be a 35.1. Very, very close. Let's go find Stacks. About to finish his lap. Only 4% basically ERS, and he has drained that battery to the point of no return. And it's going to be a 33.8. Well, hopefully Kolonic's going to want to improve on his sprint finish. Losing the... it's not a full podium because it's a sprint, but losing the P3 on the final lap is quite tough to take. So he's going to want to sort that out in the main race. Oh my lord, David Cottle's had a few warnings through there. can't pass me now. Yeah. I did see that. Because I went back and I like to view Schmo's point of view just to see like different angles of things that's happened. And he always has the where you can hear the voice chat. I think there was one point where he went and said, "Not can't cycle now, it's can't pass me now," or some shit like that. And yeah, that was quite funny. 76 battery, still a lot of battery to be used here. I'm surprised, nearly 80%. He's got so much that he could have used on the back straight, but I think he chose not to. He's barely using any now. Maybe he's got the ERS assist on, it could be that. But we're going to see what Kalanick puts up, and I think it could be quite a quick lap, you know. And it's a 34.3 at the end. And Thrill Nation, okay. Thrill just joins the party out of nowhere. There's a 34.5. Let's see if Optimus is improving on his second lap. Doesn't seem to be at this moment. Pixel hasn't done a lap yet. Woo! Flew in there. Speedy Gonzalez coming through there, man. What's the gap difference, if you're able to see on the Discord, between you and the Mercedes and the Ferraris? Just so I can have an idea. But both Ferraris, second and third. Obviously, we're still waiting for Fifi to go do a lap, but shit. Yeah, it's just fucking annoying on this thing. I'm gonna have to start making some manual ads that are like 30 seconds long each time. I think that's the way to do it. Hey Jamie, welcome in. So we'll be interviewing Pixel at the end of this and Clark. Just getting an idea of what their plan is for the race. Hopefully when I move them and move it back, it actually puts them back in. Because I know some people on the Xbox, it doesn't. Yeah, I know you've been feeling a bit rough. Welcome back. Pixel's now finally decided to go out on his softs because he hasn't got a lap time on the board yet, with just under 7 minutes to go. Insert CAC is just finishing up his lap now. Looking at the sector times, I'm expecting probably a 35.5. Let's see what we get. Oh, bugger me then, he says. 34.8 goes P4. But let's go find your teammate Zuck and see how he's getting on. He has a McLaren that's about to start a lap as well, so hopefully they don't get in each other's way. You never really want to be starting a qualifying lap with another car in front of you, because it can be such an off-putting reference. But off we go again. Schmo behind the start of the lap. Pixel's having a bit of internet issue there, I think, but let's see how he goes. He might be able to get an absolute mega toe. That is Buck. So that would be interesting. This Pixel's definitely quicker than him through this sector. He's going to get an almighty slipstream. But now he's so close that it's going to be almost negatively affecting it. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. And he's picked up a bit of wing damage, I'm pretty sure. I think I saw an M plate go off. Yeah, on this, you've got to give each other room. If I was Pixel right now, I'd come in. Fresh softs go out again. I'm going to be lurking. Okie dokie. See, keeps out the way. Schmo goes through. Let's see what Schmo's sector time is looking like. Green, green. Okay, so Pixel's going to want to get a lap in here, because otherwise, with 4 and a bit minutes to go, he could be in the bottom, which with a Ferrari second and third is going to hurt you guys, and both Mercedes in the top 10. Right, but Schmo flies around the corner, short shifts up to the line, P2. Fifi is also now out of track. Pixel dives into the pits. Hope he's going to have to be in and out, basically, otherwise he's not going to get around and do a lap. Ferraris are out. Let's go see. Both Mercedes are in the pits. They're not going back out again, which is surprising. If I were them, I would. Buck has third warning, so that is his lap done. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see how what else is getting on out there. Whoa. Not having the best luck of it. Either he's going into the pits or he's just driving just to get a feel for the track, but his ERS is very low. Optimus, if you're listening, turn off your ERS and let it recharge before you start your lap. Right, Kalonic has started his lap. Thrill Nation is still in the pits. Both Mercedes are also still in the pits. Pixel's still in the pits. They're going to want to get out soon. Because for a slow out lap, be about 2 minutes 10. So if they leave it too long, they won't get round in time. Looks like some people are just deciding to stay in. Pixel, if you're listening, get out on track. There we are. This is going to be his one and only time to do it now. Oof. That's going to be a pressure cooker in that car right now. Kalonic. That is the end of it for him, it looks like. But let's go watch Fifi. Let's see what sort of lap time he's going to put on the board. So it's him versus his teammate. Stax is also out on track now as well, so both Aston Martins are going for it. Sort of Cack is going for it out there. If you're not out of the pits now, it's not enough time for them to go around. If you're on an outlap, this is the time to start. Okay, Fifi flies around the corner. 33.2. The same what he got in SQ1. So, if Pixel can replicate the lap he done in SQ1, he could still go P2. Got Kalonic as well starting a new one. Cack on a lap as well. Oh, the people are out. Something Wong, I think. It's not time. I know Buck's coming out now, but there's just not enough time. He's missed the cut-off point. Optimus as well. See what Stacks can do if he can push himself a bit further up. Lost a bit of time in the middle sector to even his personal best. So it's going to be an absolute send around the final corner, hoping he can close that gap to his teammate. Which he does. Improves by a tenth. Stays P2. Right, let's go see where Pixel is. He's still at the back, just sorting out his lap. Keep it as smooth as you can, buddy. Right, Colonic. He's gonna wanna be up in that top Fifi. I think he improves it. Oh no, it's just his lap from earlier. He didn't improve by that. Colonic goes P2. Kak is going for another lap. Pixel, where are you? Oh wait, hang on. He's coming around the final corner. He is going to meet a Red Bull, but they get out of the way. Bit wide, charges to the line. P2. That's all we needed was that one lap to get him on the front row. I bet he's done a big sigh of relief there. Right, anyone else finishing up on their lap? No, Kak is not improving through there. I don't believe if Stacks is. Let's see. No, that is the end of that. So Fifi, Pixel, Colonic, Stack, Schmo, Thrill Nation, Insert Kak, 71 Buck, David Coddle, Killer, Wesley Cottle, The Real Brewski, and Optimus. P14. Let's turn that off for a minute. That was a good lap by him. He was definitely under pressure to bring that back. Crikey. Crikey, crikey, crikey. Right, well, we're going to drag Pixel over and see his immediate reaction to Quali. Just dragging you over a minute, Pixel. How are you feeling after that Quali, after all those laps going a bit manic where you couldn't get a clean run in?
Oh my god. My heart can finally start beating at a normal rate. I know that much. That was getting rough.
Zuck was in the chat. He kept just cheering you on and was saying, "Come on, you can do it. You can sort it all out." Yeah, he's in the chat watching.
But, big love, Zuck. Big love.
Yeah, as he keeps saying, Williams.
Williams. Go Williams.
So
we gotta run this shit.
Who's the closest in the constructors to you? Is it Mercedes or Ferrari?
Just, I think it's Mercedes still.
Still Mercedes. So I have to see what David and Wesley end up doing.
Yeah, goal now is to just hold the line. Build a safety net.
Get another podium. That's the plan.
Yeah, that it is.
What do you think you're going to do for the race here? For the mediums or the soft for the start, or do you not want to give your secrets away?
I'm running hard start.
You're going to hard start? Okay. Go long, I guess, and softs at the end, I suppose.
That's the goal. If I get it long enough to get the soft, I can, but...
That's going to be interesting. I'm curious what all the other drivers are going to do, but I'll move you back on over, Bud, so you can get yourself back into the zone. But have a good race and don't lose any wings. Please don't.
Bet. I'll do my best, sir. I'll do my best.
All right, I'll move back over. Cheers, Pixel.
Cheers.
Right, now let's go drag Colonic over. Shit. He's so far up the damn thing, I gotta... move him into here. Hey, Kalon, just a quick little pre-race interview. How are you feeling for this race after the sprint?
Not too bad. Just got to get a good start and keep it clean.
Yeah, it was quite unfortunate how it was just on the final lap. I think the rear of your car got a bit loose, and that's all it took.
Yeah, I bungled the S turns in sector one and it messed me up on that final lap, but still got a good finish, so I was happy with it.
I'm expecting another fight between you, Pixel, and Stacks, and hopefully try to get in front of Fifi and give him a bit of a headache as well.
Hoping.
It's a hope.
Main
It's a
thing's
hope.
going to be keeping with Stacks and Pixel in this race. Me and Pixel have been having some good runs lately, so looking forward to it.
Just a quick little question. What are you going for strategy? Or are you keeping your cards to your chest?
Kind of keeping it in the chest for the most part, but start on hard and run as long as I can.
Awesome, man.
Trying to
Right.
save my tires.
I'm going to move you over before I distract you too much, but have a great race.
All right, thank you.
Right. I'm cutting this one a bit close. Let's get them on. Let's see how this goes. Fifi on the hard, Pix on the hards, Colonic on the hards, medium, 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 hard, medium, medium, hard, Wandamus on the softs. Okay. And it's lights out and away we go. Oh, I can't see that Williams. That Williams is just there, but look at Schmo coming through. Oh, there's a bit of bumping, there's a bit of contact. Everyone's going a bit wide. Schmo, I think, lit up the rear and he goes flying down the order. And Stacks takes over from Fifi. Yellow flag in sector one, definitely. And Thrill Nation is out of the race due to contact, I believe. And I'm surprised that's not a safety car. Green flag apparently, and we keep going. Fifi's already having a look at Stacks, going for a differing line, and then with the Aston Martin pair, wheel bang. That's going to cost... Oh, that's going to cost Fifi definitely, because look at Kalonic here. He's got the run, he's got the outside line. Does he brave it? Does he brave it? Fifi goes back in behind him. Looks like there was definite contact there. I think there was a bit of a nudge from Fifi into the braking zone, which forced Kalonic on, but he's carried on, so we'll see if that will be looked at later on in the race. Contact, they're all scrubbing off each other here. Pixel into P4. Not the best start, but the Aston Martin pair flying in formation. Will we see a move from Fifi into turn one? Hang on, that should all be off now. It is. It's going to be, I think, a bit of a move. He's going to go around the outside, but he hasn't got the traction. So he's just going to follow his teammate through here. Hopefully there's no silly contact between the pair of them, because they are very close right now through here. Very high and fast-paced corners. Fifi, let's just say that was a questionable line. He saw track limits and thought, I can try that one. Kept it right to the right white line and it worked for him. But now, does Stacks come back at him or stay behind him and try to use any sort of slipstream? I'm not sure if DRS is active right now. It is, okay. He's definitely going to have a go for it. Off he goes slightly. He's not able to make the move. Good battles happening in the background. The Red Bull teammates are now swapping over. Pixel's had a moment, and he's dropped down to P11. Got involved with something, I'm not entirely sure what happens, because I was trying to keep an eye on the Aston Martin pair, but yeah, that's not the race Pixel was looking for. He's currently now behind David Cottle in the Mercedes. Schmo sets the fastest lap of the race as Wanderless dives into the pits to get rid of those softs. And we see Insert Cac versus Buck, who is chasing Colonic. And the Aston Martin pair are still going into, I think it's turn 9, line astern with each other. Oh, that's a different line, Buck. It works for you, apparently. Both got DRS, so they're going to have to burn some ERS here to make any inroads on each other. Insert Cac goes for the inside. Is he going to miss the corner? Just about kept it in. Buck is still going to be alongside him. Gets to the corner and the apex first, but they're still now going to be side by side. Sweeping lines with a more tight defensive line from Buck, but Insert then goes off. Just going to put him at an acute angle, which is going to hurt him through here. Let's jump to the front a minute, because Stax has hunted down Fifi again, surprisingly. And it looks like it's not going to be Team Order's Aston Martin. This is a fight for the win here. Or at least the lead in this instance. Train behind Colonic starting to form out there. Buck, Insert, Something Wong, and then 2 and a bit seconds back is Colour. Schmo, who's had another moment, I think. Real Brewski, and then we have Pixel in P10. Definitely had a moment somewhere. Dispatched of both the Mercedes though, so at least in the constructors this is good for him. And off he goes. He now has the Real Brewski in P9 to get past, and then try to keep with Smo and go after the group in front, but there's a large gap between them to the rest of the pack. And sadly, Thrill Nation is our only retirement at this moment. Fifi sets fastest lap of the race, 36.929. I think Stax is going to have to try to make a passing opportunity before his mediums start to go off, being in the dirty air of Fifi in front. And once again, Colonic's got Buck all over the back of him, but Buck seems to struggle through the sector, which then costs him because he can't do anything down the back straight. And Fifi has just dropped the hammer and pulled out a 1.6 second gap on his teammate. So Fifi's starting to stretch out that lead now. Yellow flag sector 2, Schmo's at a moment. There we go. David Cottle takes P10 from him, but Schmo then comes back at him. So it's going to be a bit of a DRS battle back here. Will the Real Brewski fight his teammate or just wave him through? He wants to be clean about it because the Mercedes is lurking. So if there's any contact, which no there wasn't, but the Mercedes has found his way through into P10, and then we have a large gap from Pixel to Killer of 10.2 seconds. So unless something drastically happens up at the front, or we have a safety car or a virtual, Pixel's got a long mountain to climb. Now we have another quartet of cars battling over P3. Buck's first sector, he's only a 10th down on Fifi's through the first sector, but then he struggles on the next couple of sectors, and now we have the Red Bull of CAC. I'm sure CAC's going to go for the dive here. Oh, that's so close to contact. This is quite aggressive driving from this group here. Kolonic's going to go down the inside. Can't do anything about it. And now Buck goes up into P3. But all this battling that these guys are doing is going to slow themselves down. You have Buck, Kolonic, insert CAC, and something Wong. Line of Stern going up into turn 1, large lockup with someone into turn 1. And then we have a 7-second gap to Killer, and then a further 9-second gap to Pixel. And Shimo has decided to go into the pits. That's quite early, I'm assuming the hard tyres. This is indeed the hard tyres. Oh, look at this group. McLaren leading, a Ferrari, then 2 Red Bulls, then Stern, Kolonic. Oh, he's going for it. Is he going to get it stopped? No, there's going to be a bit of contact. I can guarantee there's a bit of a nudge back from Buck. Kolonic's still there, but now insert CAC's going to come up the inside, and they're all tripping over each other. He's still there. They're still going to be side by side through here. McLaren versus Red Bull. We've seen this many times before. They're still going to be somehow side by side through there. And again into the final corner. Buck will not yield to anyone. And now he's got to insert CAC all over the... Down the inside he goes. Will he do a switch back? CAC knew he was going to turn in, and it looks like he bailed. Actually, he bailed out on that move. But these two battling now are 1.8 seconds off Something Wong, who's chasing Kolonic now for P3. So these two battling have cost themselves big time. So really, these two are going to want to work together and keep DRSing each other along, trying to catch the cars in front. But that's okay, it looks like Kolonic might have to start going defensive soon. Buck he's defensive, but he knows how to make it work. Oh god, in the background again. Oh! I'm sorry, but if I've ever seen a bump He lets him back through. He realises that wasn't fair, but they're still now going to go side by side through here. These two are screwing their races over, but it is great racing. I'm just waiting to see that McLaren front wing to come sailing up the inside of the Red Bull now. I can feel it coming. You can feel it coming. Here it comes. Is there going to be a switchback? Buck's gone. Whoa! Loses the rear. Yeah, these two are. This is very personal now. The way they're going about it. They've forgotten completely about the cars in front, and they're just focusing on getting their little battle between themselves sorted. And at the moment, CAC is the victor, but you know, we still have another 11 laps to go. And DRS is definitely going to be a factor. CAC going to the inside. He doesn't want Buck to get any slipstream from the DRS. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Buck's got such a good overshoot. Oh my god. They are so close to each other every time. They are so close, these two, and they've got such different lines. Where's he gone? Oh, he's there, but he just took a wide line. Oh, now he's got the inside. I do have to jump soon up to the others battling with Kalanick, but this is brilliant. I think they both dive into the pits. Buck has a penalty. I see there. That might. Oh, they may hold him for that one. Stacks goes into the pits as well. Oh, due to something one coming first, CAC was held a little. And he comes out just in front of Killer, who's now boxing, but due to that little hold, look at the gap it's given Buck. 3 seconds at least. So now CAC's going to have to go through all that work again. Alright, and now we have David, who's going long on those hards, trying to chase down on something wrong, who has pitted. Pixel stays out. He's probably just praying that there's a virtual safety car or a full safety car. That would give him a free pit stop at this point. Assuming David and Wesley probably going to go long and maybe try the softs, as long as they don't start chewing up their tires too much. And Fifi decides he's done his bit. To the mediums he goes, so hard mediums. Kalanick's going to continue going on, but he has that gap to Stacks now. And he's already out of turn 1 before Stacks has even entered it, so 5.2 seconds. Yeah, that's what I would suggest he's probably going to do. And then try the softs, but if he pits now, he's going to come out P11. If he can go longer than the Mercedes, and then on the softs, he might be able to make his time up. Kalanick's just going nice and long with those hards, running his own race. So the field's a bit more spread out. Now finally decides I wouldn't go to Sauce at this point. Let's see what he does. Yeah, I was about to say Sauce wouldn't last from here. But we'll see what he can do. Where is he going to come out? Because he was battling with something one who stopped earlier, who I think has jumped him now. And David Cott was going to be there as well. But he is going to have fresher mediums. You have an ad break starting in 5 minutes. Actually, I might be able to skip it. Give me a sec. Oh Lord, here we go again. Cack has caught up to the back of Buck. Are we going to see a dive from here? I think it's better of it. They have such differing lines as well. Stay on board with Cat, who I don't think is making that corner. Nope. Holy moly. Fifi has a warning, but shouldn't matter. And he goes fastest, so he must have cut the final corner a little bit, but they're still going to go at it, these two. And in front is David, who hasn't pitted either, so I'm assuming he's going to go for another lap, maybe, which would be surprising. He is, so he may be a cork in the bottle for these two, because they're, yeah, they're gaining hand over fist, shall we say there. And now Buck's going to have DRS on David. But they're going to catch him at the wrong point, because David won't have to let them through, but he does decide anyway. This has been the battle of the race at this point. Saying that, something one now is 5/4 behind Colonic, so this may be a change for the P3, and as we saw, Cack into the grass. Now, if Buck and Insert could stop battling each other, they could be involved in this battle for P3. Pixel going round for another lap again. He's got Schmo now all over the back of him. David Cottle finally decides to pit, so he's going to go into what? Medium, surprisingly. So Cat's got a 3-second penalty somewhere because he's already on 4 warnings. After 3 you get a penalty. And we now have these two going at it as well. So the Red Bulls are just battling everyone they can get at this point. I appreciate it, Zuck. I would be a bit louder if I could help it, but the time zones, I don't want to be screaming at the top of my lungs at 2 in the morning. I might be public enemy number 1 if I do that. Colonic still just defending like an absolute lion. Don't want to get another one of them, buddy, because then that will be a 6 seconds penalties if he gets 1 more track limits here. Probably battling very hard to try and get past Buck, but there we go. As I said it, sadly he has now 6 seconds with penalties. 71 is going to go for the outside line and swoop in. Oh. Still, it's just tucked in behind. Cack another. If he gets another moment there, he's going to have 9 seconds worth of penalties, which is going to drop him behind Killer. Pixels finally decide to pit onto the softs. But he has 12 seconds of a gap to make up on David. That's quite a stretch. We only have 5 laps to go. And these two are going to go at it again. He might not have, I'm not entirely sure. I think he did, yeah, he did. He pitted onto the mediums. So, Pixel's going to have to work like an absolute lion, and these two are still going to go for it again. Schmo's starting to catch Killer, so we're going to go and jump and see that. Fuck's sake, I need to change these. Two-minute ads is mad. I don't know why it's that long. Sorry. At least you'll be able to go watch it back when the stream's over. Holy moly. I just saw that. We have 4 cars going into one corner. So we have something wrong. Buck, Colonic on the mediums, who's going to try and make the most of those mediums before they start to go off. And something wrong. Colonic and Buck, you know, there's not going to be any quarter given there. Buck now has a 3-second penalty. Insert's now going to come up, and Colonic's just sending it down there. And what's happening? Something wrong is just starting to break away. 0.4 seconds now. Wide, maybe? 3 wide into turn 1, okay? Who's going to come out with this best? I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is something Wong is loving it because it's giving him that buffer. Buck, there's another track limits warning. He's not going to want another one of the, as I say that. As I say that. So Colonic, I think, is going to jump these guys as long as he doesn't pick up a penalty. Oh, moment for Schmo there. There's no, oh, he's lining up those rears like crazy. But he kept it going. If he had stayed there, that would have been a safety car. Yeah, I'll change those ads next time around. I'll just put them on for like 30 seconds. It's because I need to remember. Where are you going? That's not... I know it looks fancy and pretty out there, but that stuff's not optimal for grip. Trust me, I've tried it many, many times. Yeah, for some reason, like, they call it the apocalypse, basically. I've got it low, but if I set it to very low, it will go to like 30 seconds, which isn't too bad. 2 minutes, I think, is a bit too long. But they can have it set, so like, some streamers can set it to... You got so bored you had to start watching the stream. Well, you could do a separate pit, Fifi, and go on softs, and then go like absolute bullet. 19 seconds, man. Mate, Fifi, if you go back and watch this, the battle for P3 between Something Wong and Insert Cat, Buck, and Kalonic has been crazy. Speaking of which, let's stay with Insert, see what he does. And then further behind, just jump to Kalonic. Yeah, him and Buck have been going at it like mad. Pixel's not gonna get schmo, it looks like. My lord, these two. Yeah, well, it pops up saying when the ads have come through, thankfully. Now, are we going to see a Red Bull, where was it, Azerbaijan 2018, where they took each other out, battling for P3? Hopefully they don't. But you know how it can be. Something was struggling through here, actually. Fifi's back to driving because the gap's opened up to another second. Fifi, do a second pit stop next time when you get 20 seconds. Oh dear. I get why Insert Hack's doing that, but when nobody's going for a slipstream, it's slowing him down. Oh my lord. As we say that, Fifi has started the final lap, so we'll just give him a little bit of a look. But jump back to P3 and P4 at the moment, because that is the battle on track. But we'll go through the order, just give everyone a bit of love. So we have Killer here in P7, David Cottle in P8, so Mercedes is going to score on you guys here. Schmo P9. Pixel P10. Wesley's obviously not going to gain points, neither is Optimus or the real Brewski. And it's a real shame about what happened to Thrill. Final lap. Will the Red Bull pair fight? You would if he was leading the championship. Yeah, rip Thrill. Yeah, Something One's lost quite a bit of time now to Insert Cat. So I think Insert Cat though has more penalties. So I think as long as he just stays within 3 seconds of Insert, he should be on the podium. Buck is going to take P5, but I know he has penalties as well as Kalonic, I think. So if Killer keeps up with his pace... Sorry Fifi, I missed you, man. Sorry, I was so far ahead, I missed it. And I think he done a little bit of a donut. Stacks is going to take P2 because I missed the leader across the line. My bad. P3 is going to be insert, but on the on timings, I'm not entirely sure. We'll see when they cross the line. P3 on track. Drops down. Ah, Keller gives himself 3-second penalties. That's going to hurt him at the end. Which promotes David up to P7. So that's 6 points. Pixel did get Schmo. It seems Schmo's out a moment somewhere, so he's going to get P9. Not Schmo's best race, but he's going to finish P10 for 1 point. And then we just wait for Wesley to come round and finish up his lap. And that's all she wrote. Ooh, weird camera angle. Okay. And driver of the day is something wrong. This was a good race. A lot of action on this one. Let's just turn that off. And Aston Martin are, I think, going to start running away with the championship at this point. Especially Alpine is not going to be scoring any points. Monday at Vegas. Oof. Isn't Brazil Monday, I thought? It was Brazil on Monday and then Vegas on Thursday, unless I've got them mixed up. Anyway, this is how it ends. Oh, it might be. I'll have to double check. But Aston, look at that. Loads of points in this event. 59 points there scoring. So Fifi, Stacks, Something One, Colonic Whale, Insert Cat, Pixel, Buck, David Cottle, Philadelphia, Schmo P10, Wesley Cottle, Womptimus, The Real Brewski, and Thrill Nation, who did not finish. You'll be there for the last 4 races. Nice. If I can find another streamer, I might take part in the final race just to have a bit of fun. But obviously not have all this running. Alright, well, that was round 20 of the Thrill Nation Gaming F124 League. I'm just going to put this in the chat if anyone in here is watching that is interested in taking part. We are at the end of this season, moving over to F125. And that is the Discord link to hopefully get yourself involved. But anyway, I will catch you guys on Monday. Have a great rest of your week and have a good weekend. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.